Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Mug. I'm John, your host. I'd like to thank everybody for what they said about my last video, coming from a broken home. It was much appreciated. And thank you for the people that enjoyed my station. I much appreciate that as well. Hopefully, it'll continue and help me to grow. And I'm able to continue bringing you more videos. I definitely enjoy it, that's for sure. So, today, what am I going to talk about today? I like to talk about the homeless, but not just the homeless. I'm talking about, they're called the hidden homeless. What I mean by the hidden homeless is children that are on the streets, no parental guidance whatsoever. They're left to their own demise, and you know, it is what it is, I guess. Imagine trading in a bed for a park bench, or a hot meal for maybe nothing at all. Trading that hope for worry, a happy day into a sad day. That's what it must be like for these kids. Who are they going to turn to when they're down and out? They have nowhere to go, or they don't know where to go. They're too young to make a positive, informative decision on what they want to do. So, they also trade in school for street smarts. Now, granted, street smarts is something pretty handy. I know this because when I left my home, I was homeless for at least a week and a half, or something like that. And I learned what to do and what not to do on the streets pretty fast. But in our society, is it really? I don't know. I don't think, I should put that another way. I don't think in our society that there should be a child on the streets. I really don't. Adults, hey, they're old enough to know what they want. Kids, no, they're not. What would I like to see happen? I don't know. I would like to see a better sort of community that helps these kids. It's hard to think of a 13-year-old living on the streets in Calgary and that misses the winter, not knowing where he or she is going to sleep, not knowing where he or she is going to eat, not knowing where he or she is going to get the next bit of money. That's hard thinking about. It really is. Maybe it's just me, my soft heart. I don't know. But I mean, when it comes to the adults that are on the street homeless, I feel bad for them. But does it hurt me to see that? Yes and no. Does it hurt me to see the children on the streets and what it has done to them? Yes. You better believe it does. And it makes me angry. It doesn't only hurt me to see it, but it makes me angry. That our society has let it got to the point what it is. Canada and the United States is not as bad as what your third world countries are now, mind you. I mean, some third world countries, there's over 1 million children on the streets, homeless, for one reason or another. Whether it be armed conflict, the parents have passed away, The parents just didn't want them, so on and so forth. And I'm not talking 13-year-old or 14-year-olds old. I'm talking kids that are maybe 5 and 6. That to me is crazy. The United States and Canada are a little bit better, but to me, better is 0. Not the 140,000 that they have in the United States, or even the 40,000 they have here in Canada. It makes no sense to me. Never will. And that's just it. That's why you see most of these kids go into crime. And they become, like in Toronto, runners, or they sell drugs, or they rip off old people, or whatever else. Easy money, right? They have to eat somehow. And for most of them, selling drugs is an easy way to make money, have somewhat of a better life, I guess. And, but it doesn't mean that it's the proper way, because it's not. Like I said, these kids don't even have... They're not old enough to know. That's hard to say that, though, because that's not true. Okay, a child that's 5 or 6, yes. 7 even. They don't know the real meaning of wrong and right. Now, when you get older and that, hopefully, you're smart enough to know the difference. But still, it's hard to believe that there's that many children in our world today that are homeless for one reason or another. Going hungry. Going cold. Not getting a proper education. And dying before their time. I had a hard child life. No doubt about it. I really, really did. But to think what these kids go through daily must be horrifying. Some of them go into drugs so badly they don't even know who they are. There's a girl here in Mission. Apparently, she was a beautiful, beautiful young lady inside of high school. Or inside of school, for what I've heard, the story goes. And she left school. Hit the streets. And now she doesn't know who she is. She walks around in a bunny suit, and it's sad to see stuff like that. But what can we do? Us giving them money is one thing, but then they get dependent on it, and they know, okay, if they try hard enough, they're going to get that money. So that's not a solution. That is really not a solution. There's got to be something we can do as a society to help these kids. I know there's places like Covenant House and stuff like that, but they're not big enough. They're not big enough to cope with what's going on. I think there should be some size of a committee or something like that are able to help. And maybe there is, and I just don't know about it, right? I know in the Philippines and stuff like that, UNICEF really kicked in and helped out. There's places like that in Vision and so on and so forth. But they can only do so much too. As for the kids that are getting adopted, that's great. But looking at these kids that actually age out of the system, what happens to them? Now they have to find a way to continue their education. They have to be able to hold down a job. You know, it's the same cycle all over again. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this episode. Most of these kids I know don't have cell phones or whatever else, and I'm sure they don't get to watch YouTube much. But my prayers go out to you.
What's Mrs. Mom's name? Her name's Jenny.
Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. And for everybody watching, keep your loved ones close. Be good to one another, and God bless. Till the next one, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Bye for now.